I'm not sure if I should or shouldn't tell the story. Let me just check if I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. I'm not sure if I shouldn't or should tell the story. Chances are nobody will believe me as I no longer have any proof. But I feel for safety of others, I have to talk about the spy and why you should be as afraid of him as I am. The story takes place on October 27, 2012, a few days before Halloween. I was looking forward to hanging out with my friends and do our annual movie night on this night, though I chose to stay at home and play Team Fortress 2. My favorite class was the spy. Sorry about that. Challenging but rewarding. It was addicting to play. I even had the outfit for a cosplay and local game, an anime convention, as well as a butterfly knife, so I could learn how to flips and tricks. As you can tell, I'm a nerd, but proud of it. Gaming is a passion for me, and Team Fortress 2 was easily one of my favorite games. During this Halloween event, during this time, the Halloween event for the game was going on, and I was trying to get achievement and special items that were available that year. So I was playing sniper with the huntsman, primarily so I could kill Merus when he showed up. Everything seemed fine until I was killed by a spy. The kill cam came up and it was someone named Spy with no hats or unlocks of any kind. Well, that's embarrassing, I thought to myself. And here I thought I was so good at the class and ended up being killed by a new player. At least I figured he was a new player considering his loadout. Oh well, I went about my business, continued playing. I was in the middle of fighting Maramas and I was killed by Spy again. And it was odd because I thought I was doing well to prevent him from backstabbing me. Clearly he wasn't a new player. He was smart but avoiding, so I was completely distracted. So I figured, why not play Spy as well? It could be fun playing against someone who absolutely knew what he was doing. So I went Spy and played as normal. I went about stabbing and shooting people, trying to find him so I could go toe to toe with him in a spy duel. But I never could find him. So I went about going after him, his team, instead. Just before killing an enemy medic, I was killed again. Same player, this guy is good. I thought to myself, his timing was perfect. I decided to check the scoreboard to see how many points he had, but there wasn't anyone named Spy. I was a little disappointed. I figured he left the server and decided to go ahead and go back trying to get the achievement again. When I was backstabbed by who else? Spy. And at inside injury, there was a message in the server chat that said,
"You are an amateur and a fool."
I was getting a little bit agitated. I could never seem to find this guy. Wait, I guess I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I was getting a little bit agitated. I could never seem to find this guy before he killed me. And I would keep seeing the same thing every time when the camera zoomed in. A spy with the stock loadout and a smile on his face. Yeah, he smiled. He smiled like he was grinning at the fact that he killed me. I decided to just quit and come back later, but I was still a little agitated. Not at the fact that he kept killing me, but in the fact that he tried to look for the fact that I tried to look for him. Even checked the scoreboard for his name, and there was nothing. Who just leaves for a brief moment? who just leaves for a brief moment, then comes back to kill someone. I admit it worked. But how would they know I was looking at the practical point in this? Sorry guys, my neighbor's dog is barking. It just didn't make any sense. I joined a non-Halloween server deciding to play Bedwater, one of my favorite maps, for spy. I was having fun up until I was killed by a spy, and it was him again. Same look and name, only he seemed different somehow. The texture was changed a bit. His suit looked darkened due to aging, and his face looked pale. The same thing kept happening. I would try to look for him, and he would still end up being killed. And sorry guys, my dog was the dog was barking, so I had to close the door. And this cobalt, he ended up dominating me, and I saw a message in the chat.
I'm going to gut you like a Cornish game hen.
A little disturbed, I asked my teammates if they saw this guy or if he was killing anyone. They all said these spies aren't that good and weren't having any problems. I asked them, what about spy? They said they weren't being killed by anyone with that name. While I was typing another message, I was killed by spy yet again and asked if anyone saw that. I saw the reply, do you have bind or something? It keeps saying you killed yourself. I stopped. I must be losing my mind. So there's a player that I only can see, who I know is killing me, but nobody else is seeing him in the game or his message in the chat. And to everyone else, it looks like I'm suiciding. This is crazy. How does any of this make sense? I said to myself, and then I saw another message in the chat.
May I make a suggestion? Run.
Then my game froze briefly, and it said I was disconnected from the server. A little creeped out, I decided to join another server. The map was upwards. We were still at the point. I picked the soldier and started moving out of the spawn. I checked around the spawn door, nothing, so I started heading to the front line. I checked my back once, nothing moved. A little further, checked it again, still nothing. I decided to rocket jump the rest of the way and looked back behind me. As I was jumping, I saw him standing still as I flying in midair, only for a brief moment. Then he cloaked and disappeared. I decided to what? I know. I was done with this. And went back to find him. I searched above in the tunnels by the edge of the cliff, nowhere to be found. So I started moving towards the front line again, trying to check my back every so often. He wasn't stabbing me this time. I would check my back every so often and see him jump just standing there, looking at me before cloaking and running away. I would chase him, but I would cheat. I would chase him, but I figured out it was pointless. I've never find him. I was like chasing a ghost. No matter what I did, I would never catch him before he killed me. He was toying with me. He knew I couldn't do anything to stop him. Eventually, I gave up looking for him and tried to have some fun, blasting people with my rocket launcher, and blowing up. I was having good times for a while. Then I was pushing a cart when I was backstabbed again, and this was legendary Figma. I saw him, but he was zombified. His suit was torn and raggedy, with dried blood on its right arm. His legs had bones showing the knee and elbow, and the balaclava was now over his skull. The flesh was gone. It shouldn't have scared me this much since I was part of the Halloween, but after everything that has been happening up until this point, I was scared. I left the server and decided to check my recent playlist. Surely there was going to be something there. Every player has Steam profile, right? I look at the list and there was the name. I listened. There he was. The name was just Spy, and the avatar was Spy himself. A close-up of his face with twisted and evil grin that went from ear to ear, and his eyes had tint red in the pupils, almost demonic. I checked the profile page, and image was still that evil smile looking right at me. He had no location headlines or player instruction. The page was almost entirely blank. I looked at Steam, trying to update. I looked at the team photos, 2 stats, and he had. Wait. Oh, come on. No. Wait. My Steam account wants to update. I'll see you guys. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Meeting that this player who wrong one, 2 stars, and he had 44,204 hours logged in game. No way. I look at his play stats. All of his hours were with Spy, and he had over 1,000,000 points, and his longest life match his playtime, meaning this player, whoever or whatever it was, never died. I did the math, and he had been playing since October 10, 2007, the day the game was released. I went back to his profile page, and the headline had changed.
I'll be seeing you.
I was freaking out. I was freaking out. I know that wasn't there a few moments ago. All of a sudden, I heard this loud noise coming from my speaker, like sirens. Then a blue screen came out. Realizing that my computer just crashed, I rebooted back up to got login, typing my password, and was greeted with nothing on my desktop. Nothing. No small amount of static could be heard from my speaker. I figured that I must have gone to some kind of fake Steam site and downloaded a virus and decided to quick scan off my computer, or whatever reason lost my connection, so I decided to reconnect. I uploaded my antivirus and malware software and began scanning. I also started up Steam and was getting ready to send tickets to SimSpot. Whoever this person was, I was going to report him. This was more than just some typical hacker or something. It was like being stalked. I checked my recent players list again. Oh wait, guys, I think my lunch is ready. Sorry for a lot of pausing. It's just I'm busy right now. Okay, I'm back. I could still navigate the text. Nothing, no shortcuts, no background, nothing at all. Explorer was still working, and I could still navigate the taskbar, but a small amount of static could be heard from my speaker. I figured then I must have gone to some kind of Steam site and downloaded it. I already read the part. I'm going to report him. Okay, this was more than just some typical hacker or something. It was like I was being stalked. I checked my recent playlist again. His name was still there. I clicked on his name and got 404 error, saying the space did not exist. I refreshed it as many times as I could, but the result was the same. I closed Google Chrome and decided to check the scan. Suddenly, even program. What does he say? The page did not. I refreshed it many times. Oh, Chrome and Suddenly, every program I had opened crashed. My taskbar disappeared and started to increase the volume. Then the black background changed into a horrific image. I would never be able to forget. The image of the spy grinning from ear to ear appeared again. But worse, the spy was now decayed corpse. You could clearly see where bits of flesh used to be, and smile was showing, with some teeth missing. The right side of his face was blown out like he took a shotgun blast to the face. But he still had the bits of eyeballs where it sorry about that, where it used to be. While the left eye started directly at me, it was yellow with some small red cracks in it, similar to how you would look if you went a long period of time without sleeping. And while this image was stuck on my screen, I hear one spy voice line booming from my room.
I'm coming for you.
Then I hear laughing, normally at first in increasing volume and slowly become more and more distorted. More and more distorted and twisted, looping all and over, creating an echo in my room. My ears were ringing, kept getting louder and louder. I'll play the effect again. It's leaking. My ears were ringing as it kept getting louder and louder. I covered my ears, but still it was cutting through, piercing my eardrums. I reached for the power cable and pulled it out, shutting my computer off instantly. I reformatted my computer. Since then, I had no choice after that incident. My computer would get past the Windows startup screen. I had to my computer wouldn't get past the Windows startup screen. I had to restart my computer to the factory settings to get it working again. Since then, my computer has been running fine and I've been able to play other games. I told my friends and family that my computer crashed and I had to restart it, but I never told them about what I saw that night. Team Fortress 2 is obviously on my Steam account, but until I haven't installed it. I'm downloading as I type this, and I hope that by sharing this with you, I'll be able to play it again without shaking. I missed the game, but I can't get rid of this fear. I have the spy haunting me in real life. I have been having nightmares since then, and it always plays out the same. I come home at night, and as I am trying to unlock my door, I feel a knife being plunged deep into my back, and it being pushed down, ripping through my spine. Despite decaying hand over my mouth, and his eyeballs looking directly into mine, laughing as I bleed to death. And every time I wake up, sweating with the butterfly knife in my bed. Well, that's the end of the story, guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out. Oh, that's not my intro. I mean, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.